Hey guys, what's up? My name is Alex. I graduated from Stanford in math and computer science, and what we're going to talk about in this video is taking advantage of sportsbook promotions. So here we see week 2 NFL profit boost on DraftKings Sportsbook. You get a 20% profit boost for every Thursday night game and every game on Sunday, up to a maximum bet of $50. In other words, if you're betting $50 at plus 100 odds, instead you are going to be getting plus 120 odds. They are going to boost the odds 20% up to $50. So what we can do is, we've talked about this in other videos, arbitrage, right? Arbitrage, making risk-free money off the sports books. So if we see, we can kind of scroll through and we can look for an example. And what we can see here is over 46 points, under 46 points, right? One of these two things has to happen. If exactly 46 points happen in the game, you're going to get your money back on both sports books. And what we can see is DraftKings has plus 155 on the over. BetMGM has minus 154 on the under. One bet's going to win, one bet's going to lose. If there are exactly 46 points, it'll be a push, and you'll get your money back on both sports books. So this is already an arbitrage opportunity. You can make a risk-free 0.15%, which isn't that attractive. But when we apply the boost, which you can see here, over 46 points, it goes from plus 155, 20% higher, to plus 186 for $50, right? That was our first bet. So what we can see is what we did with BetMGM is, we'll go to the arbitrage calculator. We were getting plus 186 on DraftKings for a stake of $50. The maximum you can bet with these boosts is $50. And on BetMGM, we were getting minus 154 odds on the under. So over 46, plus 186, under 46, minus 154. On DraftKings, we bet $50 on the boost. On BetMGM, we hedged. We placed 86.70. So we made a risk-free $6.30 in profit. Right, so that's the first bet we'll place for the promotion. We make a risk-free $6.30, no strings attached. So not particularly bad. So what we can do is we'll track our total profit here. So we're currently sitting at $6.30. That's risk-free profit. Now we can use OddsJam to place some other bets. So what we can do is we'll go to football and we'll look for some good lines on DraftKings where we can make this boost very profitable. So we'll go to league, we'll go to NFL, and what we're going to do is we'll click on this game. And we want to look for lines that are good on DraftKings, right? Like here we see DraftKings is giving you plus 150 on the Giants. If we boosted that by 20%, you'd be getting plus 185 odds, which would be an arb to bookmaker. It would be an arb to Pinnacle. It would be an arb to everything, right? So clearly Giants plus 185 would be a positive expected value bet. It would be a mathematically profitable bet. But again, like DraftKings isn't even giving you great value on this plus 150, so why boost it if we can look for some other things, right? Some other bets that are profitable. So you can look at kind of like first quarter money line. So here we see one, right? Like we can get on DraftKings, they're giving you the best odds on Giants plus 125. So maybe this bet is interesting. They're giving you better odds than any other bet with plus 125. So maybe you want to place your profit boost on that, right? And you can kind of go through the player props, and you want to look for markets that are highlighted in yellow on OddsJam, where DraftKings is giving you the best possible odds. So you can look through, player receiving yards, whatever it is, last team to score. But I think what we'll do is we can go to point spread as well, and we can kind of see, scrolling through, where we can get good value, right? So we'll look again. DraftKings is this middle column. Giants -1 is plus 160. It's better than any other book's odds, so maybe that's another place you want to place it. So again, you can kind of have fun with it. Place it somewhere where you think there's value. Again, Bookmaker, Pinnacle, two sharpest sportsbooks in the world. What this OddsJam column does is we weight Bookmaker, we weight Pinnacle to give you a sense of what the fair odds are. So this plus 161 is a weighted average of Bookmaker and Pinnacle, right? And it gives you a sense of what the sharp sportsbooks think. So you can kind of go through, you can look for some good opportunities. Obviously, if you have a lot more time, you can spend more time looking for good opportunities. Like, again, Daniel Jones under 0.5 interceptions. The best odds are on DraftKings. maybe that's a good bet, right? Like you can look through as much as you want and look for great arbitrage opportunities for these boosts. So we'll just place our bet on the Giants plus 150 with the boost. And again, I know it's not optimal, but I don't have all day to look at this. So we're going to be getting plus 180. And that is an ARB to the OddsJam fair price, right? OddsJam, the weighted average of Pinnacle and BookMaker is plus 161 minus 180. So if we place a bet of $50 here, we're betting 50 to win $90 of profit if this bet is to win. So we'll place this bet, right? $50 to win 140. And then what we can do is we can do what we've done in other videos. We'll go to the no vig fair odds calculator. Well, now I got to go back to the game. I forgot what Pinnacle and BookMaker were. So if we take the weighted average of Pinnacle and BookMaker, which is the OddsJam column on our site, we can see plus 161 minus 180. So we're going to go to the no vig fair odds calculator and we're going to remove the vig. So essentially, if you remove the vig, which is how sportsbooks make money, you get an implied fair odds or fair price for the game, right? So here we can see the fair odds for the Giants, according to the two sharpest bookmakers in the world, is plus 167.79. And with the DraftKings boost, we got plus 180, right? So here we bet Giants money line plus 180. And our expected profit, so our no vig win percentage, according to the two sharpest sports books, the implied win percentage of the Giants is 0.3734. So 0.3734. And the loss percentage, the amount of times the Redskins win, is equal to 1 minus this, 62.26. So our profit, so we're betting $50, we're winning 50 times 1.8 if we win $90. So our expected profit is going to be 50, the amount we stake, times 1.8, the odds we're getting with the boost, times our win percentage right here, the fair win percentage from BookMaker and Pinnacle, the two sharpest sportsbooks in the world, minus 50 times our loss percentage. So this is just saying 37.34% of the time we're winning 1.8 times $50, which is $50 staked at plus 180 odds. So 37.34% of the time we're winning $90 in profit from the Giants winning, right? In the other 62.66% of the time we are losing our stake, which is $50. So our expected profit is $2, and 27 cents. So not amazing, but still, they add up, and we have a lot more games to bet on. So we'll sum that. Our current profit is 8.576. 630 of that is risk-free. This we're just outright betting. So, and you could arbit too, right? Like if we go back to football and we click on this game, you can see that we were getting plus 180 on DraftKings with the boost. And Twin Spires has the Redskins minus 167. So if we go here, go to the arbitrage calculator, plus 180 minus 167. If we wanted to just arbit, we could make a risk-free $2.43, right? So you may actually want to arbit because that's higher than our expected profit just betting on the Giants outright. So let's go to the next game and we can look for some more interesting line opportunities. And what we can see is we'll filter again by NFL. We only want to look at NFL games because that's where we're getting the boost, is we can see where DraftKings has the best odds. So it doesn't look like they have particularly compelling lines, although on the Falcons they do, right? You can see they have the best odds on the Falcons, plus 550. Pinnacle has plus 547, BookMaker plus 528, plus 550 on DraftKings. So that's definitely a bet that we want to place. So we'll go here. We'll click on available bonus, and then we're getting plus 660. With the boost, we're getting plus 660, 20% better than plus 550. Plus 660, it's not an ARB to Pinnacle. It's not an ARB to BookMaker, but it's clearly pretty good value. So you can also look at, any of the other markets and see if there's anything that's compelling. But it doesn't look like, again, the best odds on OddsJam are highlighted in yellow. And what we can do is we can go back to the money line here and we can see that, so let's bet this. So we bet $50 on the Falcons plus 660. So then we're going to do Falcons plus 660. So we're betting 550. And then we're going to do the same thing we've done in tons of other videos. We're going to take the implied win percentage from Pinnacle and Bookmakers markets, the two sharpest sportsbooks in the world. We're going to determine the no-vig odds, the fair win percentage, and back out the expected value of our bet. So here we can see when you weight Bookmakers market and Pinnacle's market, you get plus 538 minus 703, which is shown in the OddsJam column. So we'll go to the no-vig fair odds calculator. And we'll put in, now I forgot it already, plus 503, plus 538 minus 703. So plus 538 minus 703. So we're going to go here, and we're going to go to plus 538 minus 703. So the no-vig fair odds are plus 558.55. That is the fair odds from the sharpest sportsbooks in the world, their point of indifference. In other words, the sharpest sportsbooks are telling you the Falcons are fair plus 558. In other words, the sportsbook would be indifferent between you betting Falcons plus 558 money line or Buccaneers minus 558 money line. So our no-vig win percentage is 0.1518. So our no-vig win percentage is 0.1518, and our no-vig loss percentage, so the amount of times the Buccaneers win, is 84.82%. So we're getting this at plus 650 odds, or plus 660 odds, which is even better. So we're winning 50 times 6.6, $50 staked at, plus 660 odds, $330. We're winning that 15.18% of the time. And the other 84.82% of the time, we are losing our $50 stake. So 768 in expected profit from this, odds boost on the Atlanta Falcons money line plus 660. So another great bet. So we have 3 bets. We can continue going and we can kind of look for some other good lines. So we'll go to football again. We'll go to NFL, not NCAA. So we'll go to NFL. So we placed our bet on the Redskins. So now we can go to the Panthers game. And we can see the Panthers are plus 155 on DraftKings. They're plus 154, the weighted average of Pinnacle and Bookmaker. So that feels pretty good, right? Bookmakers plus 154, minus 173. We're getting better odds on DraftKings. And Bookmakers, one of the sharpest sportsbooks in the world. So what we can do is also bet on the Panthers. And we can see the Panthers are plus 155, so we'll apply the bonus again. We'll place $50, and we're getting them plus 186. So we bet on the Panthers plus 186. We'll do the same thing. Bookmaker 0-vig line. We want to find it, the fair win percentage, according to Bookmaker, one of the sharpest sportsbooks in the world. So we'll go back to calculators, and we'll go to plus 154, minus 173, and we see the fair odds are plus 160.96, and we're getting plus 186, so we're blowing that away. So this bet is profitable. So our win percentage, 0.3832. Our loss percentage is 1 minus that. Our stake is $50, and we are betting Panthers plus 186, which means our profit is $50 times 1.86 times the amount of times we win, 38.32%, minus our loss percentage times our stake. So $4.79 from the Panthers plus 186. So we're currently sitting at $21 in profit. $6.30 of that is risk-free due to the arbitrage bet we placed on the Jets over. So looks pretty good so far, right? And essentially you can go through all of the football games, place these odds boosts, these promotional bets on DraftKings, and you can arb them, you can bet them in a profitable way, and calculate your expected profit. And again, track all your bets. You can do it for free on OddsJam. We've said this in previous videos, but if you just click on any odd, you can add it to your bet tracker, right? Like I can add this to my bet tracker, and it'll track my profit and loss, my closing line value, everything like that. So we'll go back. and we'll go to football, and maybe we'll place one more and then we'll call it a day. So we'll go to NFL. And we'll go to the Bears game. And we can see the Bengals are plus 125 on DraftKings. Bookmaker's only giving you plus 117. Pinnacle's only giving you plus 121. So Bengals plus 125 seems pretty incredible. So what we can do is we will do what we've done in other videos. And again, we're getting a 20% boost on this. So we're going to go to Bengals plus 125. We'll apply the boost. We'll get $50 on the Bengals plus 150 odds. So we're going to place that bet, and then we're getting Bengals plus 150, and we're betting $50 on it. Our expected profit, and again, you could arb this, right? BetMGM has minus 128 on the Bears, and we're getting plus 150 with the boost. So you can go to the arbitrage calculator, plus 150, minus 128. If you wanted to arb it, you can make a risk-free $4.82, right? So we could go to BetMGM right now, place $70 on the Bears, minus 128 odds. We'd earn $4.82 in risk-free profit. But we're not going to do that. We'll just place this bet outright because the plus 150 is just really good. So we'll go back to football, and I was just there. We'll click on NFL. We'll go to the Bears game. And what we can see is if you weight Pinnacle and BookMaker, the two sharpest sportsbooks in the world, the fair odds we can back out in our fair win percentage. So plus 119, minus 133. So we'll go to calculators. The no vig fair odds calculator, the most popular calculator currently on OddsJam. And the fair odds are plus 125. So essentially what DraftKings is currently offering, right? They're offering you plus 125 with the boost. They're giving you plus 150, which is incredible. And our fair win percentage is 44.44%. So 0.4444. Our loss percentage is 1 minus that, which means that, 44.4% of the time, we're winning 50 times 1.5, right? We're winning $75 of profit, which is $50 staked at plus 150 odds, 44.44% of the time. The other 55.56% of the time, we are losing $50, which is our stake. So we earn $555 in expected profit off that. So we're currently sitting at $26 in profit from this one DraftKings promotion, right? Pretty incredible. Just basic math too. So we'll go to football. And this is what you want to do for all these boosts. You want to go through, you want to find a bet that's good, you want to calculate your expected profit, and then place that bet. So we can go to the next game, and we see we definitely don't want to bet on the Texans plus 410 and apply the boost there. Bet Online is giving you plus 525. Might as well bet this on Bet Online. So this is something we definitely want to avoid, but what we can try to do is go to total points. Maybe there's some good odds on DraftKings for this. And what we can see is, where's Pinnacle? Pinnacle has the under minus 110 here. The DraftKings has it minus 120, so we want to avoid that. But you can just essentially look around for markets that are good. Like here we can see Baker Mayfield over 0.5 interceptions is plus 105 on DraftKings. Under 0.5 is minus 130 on Caesars. So you can look for some bets that look good to do with the boost. So I don't see anything particularly compelling, but if we go to DraftKings, what we can do is we can see Cleveland Browns minus 10.5 is minus 130 on DraftKings. That's crazy. Cleveland Browns minus 15.5 is plus 130 on DraftKings. So you can find a bet that looks kind of good on DraftKings, place these bets. And again, you just want to place these profit boosts on bets where DraftKings is giving you the best possible odds. So we can see the spread is currently 12.5. And what we can do is go here, is if we just place it on Browns minus 12.5, we apply the 20% boost, we can see we're getting plus 109 odds after the boost. That would be an ARB to Pinnacle, which has Cleveland Browns minus 12.5, minus 106. It's favored, right? And the OddsJam odds, when you weight Pinnacle and Bookmaker, it's minus 107, minus 106. So this is roughly 50-50 to happen, and we're getting plus 109 odds with the boost. So we can place this, and this is what we'll do as a final bet, is we will go back here, and again, minus 107, minus 106 is the weighted average of Pinnacle and Bookmaker. So I'll put in this here. Our win percentage is 50.11% of the time. So 0.5011. Our loss percentage is 1 minus this number, 49.89%. And we're betting $50 on the spread of the Browns at plus 109 odds, right? So when we win, we're winning 50 times 1.09. $50 staked at plus 109 odds means $54.50 in profit if your bet is to win. So our profit is 54.5 times our win percentage minus our loss percentage times our stake. 236. So we're currently sitting at $28.97 in expected profit from this DraftKings promotion. So you can continue to go through and essentially place all these bets. So 49ers, Eagles, looks like it's a close game as well. So we can go here and we can go to NFL. And we can find the Eagles game. And we can see if there are any good bets. So plus 140, right? Bookmaker's giving you plus 142. Pinnacle plus 148. If you boost it, you'll be getting plus 168, which is an ARB to Pinnacle. It's an ARB to Bookmaker. It's clearly pretty good. So why don't we bet on the Eagles? And what we can do is apply the boost. We're getting plus 168. So, you can add this to your bet tracker, so you can change the odds to plus 168, and we're betting $50 if you want to track your closing line value as well as your profit and loss. And the zero vega odds, right, we want to calculate from the weighted average of Pinnacle and Bookmaker's market, which is this OddsJam column. So plus 142, plus 148 weighted, plus 145, minus 161. So we'll put in this market into our no vega odds calculator, plus 145, minus 161. We can see the fair odds for this specific wager are plus 151.13, and we are getting plus 168. So we're getting Eagles plus 168, which is pretty great, and we're staking $50. And our win percentage is 0.3982. According to the two sharpest sportsbooks in the world, our implied win percentage, the implied probability that the Eagles win the game is 39.82%. So what that means is, we're winning $50 staked at plus 168 odds. We're winning $84 in profit, 39.82% of the time. And then the rest of the time, we are losing our $50 stake. So we get $335 in expected profit. So you can see our profit continues to go up. $630 of that, again, is risk-free through this arbitrage bet. Most of these you could just arb with another bookmaker if you wanted to reduce risk and just make a risk-free return. And what you can do is kind of go through DraftKings, apply these profit boosts on lines that look good where you're finding arbitrage bets to Pinnacle and Bookmaker, and you'll see your profit kind of continue to go up. You get $50 per game, which isn't particularly bad. So Rams, Colts, maybe that's the last game we'll look at, or we can just kind of call it. And again, another thing you could do is you could look at the arbitrage page. You could wait around until there's an arbitrage, right? Like here we see Cowboys, Dak Prescott over 38.5 passing attempts is minus 130 on DraftKings. That's an ARB to Pinnacle. Pinnacle has it minus 179, right? So there's clearly value. Like we can place that as the last one. So again, you need to move quickly to get to the good props. So we want to go to QB props. We want to go to pass attempts. And then we want to find Prescott over 38.5 minus 130. And then we can do apply bonus. And now we're getting minus 109 odds with the boost. We'll place that. And so we're getting minus 109 odds on Prescott over 38.5 pass attempts. And that's in the Cowboys game. And we're betting that at minus 109 odds. So our profit is 100 divided by 109. So we'll earn 45.87.1 in profit if Prescott throws over 39 pass attempts. You could also arb this directly with Pinnacle if you have both accounts. So the no vig fair odds, if we put in Pinnacle's market, minus 179 plus 134. This is Pinnacle's market. The no vig fair odds are minus 150. So we just got something minus 109 odds that the sharpest bookmaker in the world thinks should be minus 150 odds. Pretty incredible bet. And our win percentage is essentially 60%. So 0.6002. Our loss percentage is 1 minus this. So our profit is, $50 staked at minus 109 odds is 45.87 in profit. And we're winning that bet 60% of the time. And the other 39.88% of the time, we are losing our $50 stake. So $7.54 in profit on that specific bet, according to Pinnacle's market. So that's pretty good. We're sitting at $39 in expected profit now. And again, that's really how you should go through these profit boosts on DraftKings. Is you should look for good lines on DraftKings and FanDuel. You should back out the no vig fair odds from the sharp sportsbooks like Pinnacle, like BookMaker, and determine your expected profit. So you can kind of go through. We can see if there's any other good lines on DraftKings. Here we see this minus 120. We already used our Eagles on Eagles plus 168, but here we see another good line. Devonta Smith over 3.5 receptions is minus 120 on DraftKings. It's minus 168 on Pinnacle. There's clearly value there. We just placed this on Prescott. You can kind of go through and look for more and more betting opportunities. So here we see receptions in the Colts game, minus 140. Michael Pittman, under 4.5. So we can go to wide receiver props, receptions, and then we want to go quick before the line moves, under 4.5, minus 140. I'll apply the profit boost. I'm getting minus 118 odds. So I'm getting minus 118 odds, which means I'm going to earn 50 times 100 divided by 118. I'm going to earn 42.37 in expected profit if this bet is to win. And this is receptions, Pittman under 4.5. So receptions, Pittman under 4.5, right? We're betting $50 with the boost. We're getting minus 118 odds. So we're winning 42.37 in profit if this bet is to win. And Pinnacle's market is minus 211 plus 142, right? The sharpest sportsbook in the world is telling you that fair odds on this specific bet should be minus 164.19, right? So Pinnacle is implying that this bet under 4.5 total receptions should win 62.15% of the time. So we'll enter that in the no vig win percentage. And that means our profit is, we're winning this profit 42.37 if our bet is to hit. Our bet is going to hit 62.15% of the time. The other 37.85% of the time, we're losing our $50 stake. So $7.40 in expected profit here. We're at $47 in expected profit. Again, just line shopping with OddsJam and looking for good lines and line discrepancies versus Bookmaker and Pinnacle, the two sharpest sportsbooks in the world. So we already bet this, or no, we didn't bet this, but it's a good one to use for the boost if you haven't used it yet. And you can kind of go through, look for more betting opportunities. We placed this arbitrage bet on the over 46. We placed this bet, which is great value. And you can go through and kind of look for good betting opportunities that exist. Here's the arb bet we placed in the Patriots-Jets game to make our risk-free 630 in profit. With the boost, we were getting plus 186 on over 46 points. And again, it's just a good spot to look at. You can use the arbitrage page, you can use the plus EV page, and you can look for opportunities. in the specific game. Like here we can see the Ravens are plus 180. This is, unrelated to the DraftKings boost, but the Ravens are plus 180 on BetMGM. They're only plus 159 on Pinnacle. That's a direct arb to Pinnacle. This plus 180 is clearly good if you want to get some Ravens action. So you can kind of go through, look for good betting opportunities. Anyways, I hope you found this video helpful with how to use your sportsbook profit boost. And we'll be discussing sportsbook promotions in other videos as well. So if you have any questions about which sportsbooks you should sign up for, which sportsbook promotions you should be doing, you can feel free to email us at any time. Thanks.